10. Growing up, one of the biggest decisions we make is deciding if and where if we want to go to college. But what comes after that? How do we pay for it? So here to answer that question today is Michele from CAPCAN, Capital Area College Access and Network. Welcome into Studio 10. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me today.
It is so great to have you today because you are going to clear up all the confusion that we have about the FAFSA. But one thing I love about your organization is that you guys are really focused on increasing equity. And you're doing that by helping people understand, like I said, what the FAFSA is. So why don't you first give us a brief explainer as to what that is?
Sure. So FAFSA stands for the Free Application for Federal Student Aid. It is the gateway to all financial aid, federal, state, local, institutional, for money for college.
Yeah, and it can be very confusing as to how to navigate that, especially if you are the first person in your family to go to college, and perhaps maybe even your parents don't know exactly how to navigate that and help you with it. So it's great that you guys are here to do that. But one way you're increasing awareness is with this flamingo. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. Well, we came up with a gimmick really to help encourage students to fill out the FAFSA. If you see the pink flamingos during FAFSA season, you know it's time to get it done. You can go to FAFSA.gov and you can contact us or work with your college advisor at school to get some assistance.
I love that. Seniors, you've been FAFSA flocked. Parents, I want to make sure you tell your children that exact same saying right here. But this is a process that requires both parents and their children. So tell us a little bit about what that process is like and what information do they need in order to do that.
So first and foremost, children and parents need to have their Social Security numbers. So make sure before you start completing your FSA ID as both a student and one parent, if you're living in a two-parent household, that you have that Social Security number on hand. Because that's the thing that's going to connect the student taxes with the parent taxes and make it easier to complete the form much more quickly. And then you may need to have your past tax information 2 years ago, so 2022 tax information
from
on
2 years
hand.
ago.
Yeah, just in case you have to refer to an amount of money in the form itself as you're filling out the application online.
Okay, and now recently FAFSA's given a rundown on some of those, has given a few new changes. Can you give us a quick rundown on what some of those are?
Yeah, so the main change is who's required to fill out an FSA ID. So as I mentioned, it's the student and then either the custodial parent or one parent in a two-parent family. So that information will be connected automatically. It goes back to the IRS to verify the information. The other thing that's different is the timing this year. Normally we'd start the FAFSA in October. This year didn't open up until the end of December. It's been extended until May 1st in Michigan. So students will have really from now until May 1st to complete the FAFSA. But we tell kids all the time, get it done sooner rather than later. Because you want to get that information back from your college sooner to help you make your decision before the end of the school year, while you still have some support from your counselor or your college advisor at school to help you weigh your options based upon what kind of money you're getting from the institution.
Yeah, Michele, that is not something you want to procrastinate and delay.
Right.
And on top of that, what are some other challenges or mistakes that you find families face when filling out the FAFSA?
Sure. Well, one thing is just making sure that you're spelling things correctly, that you put in the right numbers in your Social Security number, certainly in your address and things like that. You may also be asked to verify some information. You might get an email either from your college or from FAFSA saying, please help verify some information. So check that email regularly. That's probably one of the biggest mistakes that students do, is they're not checking their emails. And that's how the adult world is communicating with you.
Yep, that is so true. So start to get our students ready to start doing that.
Exactly.
But really quickly, what are some of those deadlines that we need to keep in mind, and how can we apply?
Yeah, so you can go to FAFSA.gov to apply. Don't ever pay to have your FAFSA done. It's always free. Make sure that you, like I said, get it done as soon as you can, but May 1st would be the drop-dead deadline that we want our seniors to complete the FAFSA application.
Absolutely. Well, Michele, thank you so much for breaking all that down. As you can see at the bottom of your screen, we have that information there. Plus, we'll have all of those resources from CAPCAN online as well. So thank you so much for joining us. And from college to high school.